What's up, Skywatchers? What is up indeed? Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. Alright guys, we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to get right into it. Alright guys, I've been watching the damage control over the Texas floods and the cloud seeding projects that occurred just 2 days prior to the event. Now, I have done a video on this already, but I just wanted to see if I could clear some things up. But first, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Richard Vizzi, Thankful, Christina, Brandon Drake, Jerry Lynn Chiles, and Lisa Kingham for helping to support the channel. Much love and many thanks. 60 grams of silver iodide, weather warfare, cloud seeding, and the Texas catastrophe. On July 4, 2025, Texas was struck by a catastrophic flooding that claimed the lives of more than 100 people, destroyed homes, and displaced thousands. In the days following the disaster, many turned their attention to the rapidly growing controversy. Was the flooding purely natural, or was it enhanced by weather modification? Central to this debate, Augustus Doricko, the young CEO of Rainmaker Technology Corporation, who publicly denied any role in this tragedy. But mounting evidence, radar anomalies, public records tell a different story, one that points to a deeper agenda involving geoengineering, weather derivatives, and a trail of unaccountable experimentation. Doricko's statement and the counter evidence. Doricko claimed on July 5th that Rainmaker conducted a brief cloud seeding operation over southeastern Texas on July 2nd, targeting just 2 clouds. According to Doricko, the clouds dissipated within hours, making it impossible for the operation to have had any effect on the flooding that followed. But the science of silver iodide and cloud dynamics tell us a different story. Silver iodide, the main agent used in seeding, is designed to initiate condensation and enhance rainfall. It doesn't simply fall out of the sky, it can be absorbed into a larger storm system, especially when deployed into the inflow bands of a developing storm. The July 2nd operation occurred at 2,500 feet of altitude, the same level from which storms were actively feeding. Radar from that afternoon shows a rotational lock and intensifying bands forming around that same location, suggesting the seeded material may have been pulled directly into the broader storm structure.
Did Rainmaker cause flooding in Texas? Originally, somebody asked, can you disclose where you were operating in Texas, what you were doing in Texas, and if you had any impact on the tropical storm Barry that blew through? And again, that storm, just to go through the timeline of events, right? The National Weather Service on the 3rd, at about 1 in the morning, posted a severe flood risk, right? Then the subsequent day, at about 4 in the morning, they announced that there was a high probability of life-threatening flooding. That was from the convergence of 2 different extremely moist systems, one coming up from the Gulf, one coming up from the Pacific. And Rainmaker did not operate on the 3rd. On the 4th, we operated for about 20 minutes, days in advance, and seeded a cloud that dissipated after 2 hours, and then suspended all operations indefinitely because there was risk of flooding. And so after our 20-minute operation, which was flown at about 2,500 feet, where we only dispersed about 60 grams of silver iodide aerosol.
Texas cloud seeding programs and oversight. Texas has a long history of state-sanctioned weather modification. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation oversees multiple programs across the state, including the South Texas Weather Modification Association, the West Texas Weather Modification Association, Trans-Pecos Weather Modification Association, and the Rolling Plains Water Enhancement Project. These programs regularly use silver iodide and calcium chloride to enhance rainfall using aircraft. Rainmaker's own NOAA Form 17-4 confirms its seeding mission in this exact region just days before the historic flood. Weather derivatives and financial motives. The cloud seeding industry doesn't just operate for science, it operates for profit. Weather derivatives allow entities to make money based on predicted weather outcomes. If flooding occurs, payouts are triggered. The larger and the more volatile a weather event, the bigger the opportunity for return. In this context, weather control isn't just about rain, it's a financial instrument. Who benefits when cities are flooded, land is cleared, or redevelopment is needed? Insurance companies, hedge funds, disaster recovery contractors, and smart city planners all stand to gain. And behind the scenes, startups like Rainmaker are backed by billionaire technocrats and defense-linked firms like Palantir. Dubai then, and Texas now, a pattern emerges. Photos comparing Dubai's known cloud seeding floods to recent scenes in Texas show a striking similarity. High-altitude aerosol trails, stalled storm systems, and overwhelming flash flooding in regions that were unprepared. This isn't coincidence, it's a technological echo. In Operation Popeye during the Vietnam War, the U.S. government used cloud seeding to intentionally flood enemy supply lines. That operation remained classified for years, and today we're witnessing the modern version of the same tactic, just hidden under climate resilience and private sector experimentation. The people of Texas and the world deserve transparency. 60 grams of silver iodide doesn't disappear harmlessly into the sky. It interacts with the atmosphere, it amplifies storms, and it has consequences. We are witnessing the convergence of technology, weather, and power without public consent, oversight, or ethical restraint. The narrative being pushed by figures like Doricko collapses under the weight of radar, timing, state records, and basic atmospheric science. This wasn't just a storm, it was a technogenic strike, and we demand answers. Okay, Skywatchers, stay aware, be prepared, and until next time, keep looking up. What's up, Skywatchers? What is up indeed? Alright guys, make sure to check out my website, alaskaskywatcher.com. I have some I do not consent to geoengineering stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, and some beautiful coffee mugs. There are also links to radars, the Storm Prediction Center, SDO, and more. Your purchase helps me to keep making videos, and soon I'll be adding more to the store. And if you want to help the channel directly, all of my links are right there, alaskaskywatcher.com. Okay, Skywatchers, stay aware, be prepared, and until next time, keep looking up.